Claudia, how are you? Are you okay in these quarantine days? All right, then let's begin our online lesson. I am your English online teacher, Karimova Zulnura. I am a teacher of the Tashkent State Agrarian University, the Department of Languages. Our lessons is for the first bachelor courses. Our lesson is divided into two parts. First one is topic one is about plants, climate, and weather. Next one is first. The second is the climate changes. The third is the effect of climate changes. The fourth part is the rule, structure, and examples of present perfect tense. Let's talk about at first. Let's talk about the climate and weather of Uzbekistan. I have a question for you. So, how can you explain? How can you describe the climate of Uzbekistan? Yes, it is. Uzbekistan is a sunny country. Its climate is continental. There are four seasons in a year. At the beginning of every season, the weather changes. For example, winter is cold, summer is hot season, spring is warm season, and autumn is cool. So length of the days in summer is about 15 hours in winter at least time. Now you should pay attention to this part. You should pay and you should learn by heart these words after the lessons. Okay. So how will climate changes affect us? So there are many factors that will be affected by climate change, including rising sea levels, drought, and loss of agricultural land. Uh, there is a big demand for water in many regions, such as the Central and Eastern Africa. There is not enough water for people. They have difficulties to grow some plants for them. As climate changes takes our daily weather and normal temperature will change, the homes of plants and animals will be affected all over the world. Polar bears and seals are a good example of animals that will be affected by climate change. Countries whose coastal regions have a large population, such as Egypt and China, may have to move whole populations inland to avoid flooding. Now pay attention to this part, our grammar part, present perfect tense. There are some questions. What tense is it itself? What's its action and what's its structure? So present perfect action is have already or just have done. Yeah. So its structure is subject plus have has plus past participle form of the verb. For example, I have cleaned the room. She has brought the book. Here, I and she are subjects of the sentences, and after I, we use have form, and clean is the past participle form of the verb. So she also subject of the sentence, and after she we use has. Brought is irregular verb. It is a past participle form of the verb of the sentence. I am so sorry. So there are three forms of every tense: have or I have. I have is the long form, and I have is short form. She has is long form, and she is short form. This tense. So, for example, I have been to Moscow. You have finished the exercise. He has just gone home. She has already had a holiday this year. It has or it's broken. We have seen this film before. They have or they've bought a new car. Next one is negative form. So long form is haven't not and short form is haven't. For example, I haven't been abroad yet. You haven't answered my question. He hasn't been home for 5 years. She hasn't found a new job. It hasn't finished yet. We haven't worked on a farm. They haven't. Uh, before the subject. For example, have I ever done it before? Have you been to the cinema recently? Has he worked here long? Has she already sent the fax? Has it ever been in a crash? Have we done it right? Have they gone home yet? So there are sometimes we confuse present perfect tense and past simple tense, but there are some difference between them. You should pay attention to these differences. For example, time expressions. Just, ever, never, already, yet, always, how long, so far, for, since, recently are used in the present perfect tense. So yesterday, last night, last week, last month, last year, ago, then, when, in 1972, also 2019 are used in past simple. And the actions. We use present perfect for recent actions or states or for actions which happened at an unstated time in the past. For example, I have bought a new car. So when did he buy it? We don't know. It is unstated time. So we use past simple for action or states which finished at a stated time in the past. For example, next difference is we use present perfect for action or states which began in the past and continue up to the present. For example, I have been a clerk for 2 years. So I am a clerk now. I am a clerk now. So we use past simple for actions or states which finished in the past. For example, I was a clerk for 7 years. So I am not a clerk anymore. I don't work as a clerk anymore. Now I am a businessman. So it is in the past. So since and for expressions of present perfect, but there is some differences between them. For example, since is used to express a starting point of point in the past. For example, she has been ill since Monday, so it begins Monday. So for is used for a period of time. She has been ill for 2 days. So I'll give you some homework. First, to learn by heart the new words, make up some sentences by using them, and to get full information about climate of Uzbekistan. And second one is to do following exercises. That is so. Thank you for your attention.